Is it possible to breathe underwater as a fairy? No, it isn't. I'm sure there's spells to help you out with that, but as a fairy, just naturally, it's not possible to breathe underwater. Do I have pets? Yes, I have 2 dogs. That's it. Pretty boring. Are there any Icelandic spells? Because we have a lot of mythical creatures here. I'm sure there are. There's spells for many different countries. You just kind of have to do some research. But I'm sure there is, because that would make sense if there's a lot of mythical creatures there. What happens if you mix fairy dust with fairy dust? I'm not really sure what this means. Are you asking if you mix like a green fairy dust with a red fairy dust, or... I'm not really sure what you mean by this question, so just clarify please and I'll be happy to answer it. Is it possible to consider yourself a fairy without doing the spell? And of course, because the biggest part of this is belief, and if you believe you're part of the community of fairies, then you can consider yourself a fairy even if you haven't done the spell, and that's perfectly fine. You can have like you can act like a fairy and be considered a fairy and have people call you that if that's what you want to do. And that's the amazing thing about this community, and I think it's awesome. Is there a spell to make your stuffed animal come alive? There probably is, and I could do some research if you guys are interested in that, because I know a lot of you are younger and do have stuffed animals. So, I mean, I have a stuffed animal right here, so I understand. So, yeah, I'll see into that and see if you can. Is it okay to start a fairy club? Actually, I was thinking about making like a Facebook page, if you guys do Facebook, and like you could all join and we can all talk and like share things together and be like a fairy club like that, if that's something that you're interested in. Hope that answered your question. You can start one on your own, of course. How can I view your pictures of you as a fairy without having a Twitter? You actually don't have to have a Twitter account to view my Twitter profile. You just go to my link, which I'll put below, and then it'll bring you to my profile. I'm not private, so you can see everything, and pretty much it'll just show you everything. And if you can't do that, maybe you can't, I might just post them like on PhotoBucket. I don't really know any photo sharing websites, but I'll see if I can post them somewhere else, because I do know that some of you can't join, but you can always just make an account just to view it and then delete it, and it'll be okay. Have you ever done a meet and greet, and will you ever do one? I've never done one, and I don't think I ever will, just because it's not very safe. Maybe if my community gets a little bigger, I can go to things like Playlist Live, because I do live in Florida, and that's here. I don't know how that works, but that would be pretty cool to meet you guys. And will tea tree oil be okay for the spell? Possibly. I'm not sure on these types of things unless I try them out myself, but you could always try it and let me know how it works. Can I use deodorant for the perfume part of the spell? I have no idea. You could always try, maybe mix that with some water or something, and that might do it. Is it possible to become a fairy if you're a vampire? I don't think so, only because I don't know if those elements mix well together because they're so different from each other, but if you want to try it, I mean, what could go wrong, really? Sorry I'm speeding through these. I always have my Q&As in 2 parts, and I don't know how it's going to work out this time, but I feel like it's easier if I just put it all into 1 part, but sometimes it gets too long, and I do get complaints on videos being too long, so I try to make it into 2 parts so you can watch whichever one you want, if you want to watch both, whatever. But that's why I'm going so fast. I would just want to put it into 1 video if possible. You might be watching part 2 right now, I don't know, but I only have 1 question left, and that is how to use aura powers. And basically you would take your fairy dust, so you want to save that you put into your potion. You would use that, and you would kind of just like think with your mind what you want to happen. Put the fairy dust on whatever it is you're doing, and it should work like that. Alright, that's all the questions I have for now, because a lot of them were just questions that have already been answered by me or by someone else, so I just assumed that they didn't need it and that they could find it some other way, just to make this go by a little faster. Some of those were already asked in previous Q&As, but they weren't like, I didn't touch base on them too much, so I wanted to just clarify some things. But let me know if you have any more questions. I'll answer them down below on this video, and look forward to all these video ideas. I think I actually added one that was rules during the transformation, because a lot of you want to know like what to do when you're transforming, like what to stay away from, what could help it go a little smoother, stuff like that. So I thought that was a really good idea, and I'm going to put a star by it because I really would like to make that. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say. I am going to try to be more frequent with my videos. I'm out of school. The only thing I have to worry about is work right now, and it's only a few days out of the week, and then the other days I'm free for you guys. So just let me know, any questions you have, which of the videos I showed you that you want to see most. I know for a fact I'm making those first 4. Those will be my next sequence of videos, and I am going to continue the fairy code videos, so look forward to those. And that's pretty much all I have to say, so I'll see you guys next video. Bye! Thanks for watching.